I'm Farah Gamble, and today I'm going to be going over how to have the perfect math journal. Now, I'm going to be talking about 5 easy steps, one of which really isn't a step, more or less my personal preference. And the other 4 are mandatory, though, and I do recommend you follow them. Now, first, I love a spiral bound notebook. It's really easy to use. I can just flip through the pages real easily, and I can turn it over so I can write like this. Also, a bonus is I don't bend any of my pages. Now, number 2, I always have my units with a tab. So, like unit 1, 2, 4, and 5. And the reason that's really important is because if we have a test, instead of wasting your time just flipping through pages, say she's like, you can use your math journal instead of just, trying to find the certain material you need or the certain unit, you have them tabbed and you can go right there real quickly. Now, here's the third thing. Always make sure you have all of your notes. That's the most important part of these steps. And, I am a very slow writer, and I know we go pretty quickly through the notes in class. So what I like to do is I like to write in my quick hand. Now, quick hand, it always looks bad. I can barely read that. But the important thing is that you have notes. Messy notes are better than no notes at all. But to fix that, I go back and rewrite my notes. See, they look so much better here, and I can actually read them now. And I know this has to be easier for Miss Baker when I turn it in as well. Not only does it help with your math journal, it gets you really organized, but it also helps because it helps you memorize your studying materials. So, say there's like a new worksheet tomorrow, or you're taking a pop quiz, or it's just a unit test, whatever it may be, it really helps you to study and memorize all of those math problems. Now, here's the other thing. You always want to make sure that you highlight your notes. Highlighting is really important and actually is something Miss Baker's talked about a little bit, but I'm just kind of going into it more in depth. What you need to do is take 3 different colors. It can be any 3 different colors you like. Like right here, I have red, purple, and a light purple. Well, more like a periwinkle. And what I do is I just highlight the really important materials. So the last thing you want to do is highlight everything on your page. It needs to be what you think will help you the most. So once again, say you're having a quiz and she says, all right, you all can use your math journal. It's really easy. You just go in there, and instead of searching through, all of your notes, you just can look right there and you go, okay, this is what I know is important. It's highlighted. I know that's what I need to look for, and you won't have to waste your time on just looking through. Also, it's really important that you submit all of these, sheets of work that you do, because the last thing you want to do is put so much hard work into your math journal and not get any credit for it. And one way to do so is to actually turn it in. And here's how you need to do that. Now, you can just have your smartphone or your phone or whatever. It can be your parents, yours, your friends, anybody's, doesn't matter. And what you need to do is take pictures of your math journal. So just, go through here, snap a shot, and then what you will do is send it to your school account. Now, once you've done that, you will just upload them to your drive. After you've uploaded them, the hard part's over. That's the hardest thing about it. And you'll just go over to Google Classroom, and there will be an assignment posted saying Math Journal Unit so-and-so. And you will get on there, and there'll be attached Google Doc. And you'll just get on that Google Doc, and you will import those photos. And for me, not only do I write really slowly, but I have big handwriting. It takes up a lot of space, and most of the time, for just one segment, I typically have about 2 pages. So what I will do is you need to make sure, if you do have multiple pages for one segment, that you take pictures of all of them. And, that Google Doc, it can get pretty long, pretty large with all those pictures. So what I like to do is, you don't have to do it, but I minimize my pictures. So, I'm not constantly scrolling through it. Miss Baker doesn't have to constantly scroll through it. And it's just a lot easier for everybody. Now, my last thing, this really wasn't a step, but I just like to talk about it. Don't procrastinate. Don't put off your math journal, because I mean, speaking from personal experience here, I procrastinated a lot when I was a few years back, and I remember I just continued to play catch up, and it was so hard to get all my work done. And that can be the cause with this math journal, because there's a lot of pages in here, and if you don't do it in class, it can take a long time when the time does come for you to turn it in. It can take forever to get it all completed. So just make sure you follow these steps, get your math journal turned in correctly, and you will have the perfect math journal around. Thank you. I'm Farah Gamble.